When was the last time you truly put 110% of your effort towards something to achieve a goal? For some, this may be a tough question. For others, it could possibly be quite easy, and if it is, good for you. However, throughout my entire life, I've never been the strongest, smartest, or fastest, except I always put in 110% of my effort to make sure that I can be the best that I can be. I never back down from a challenge, and I believe that I can do anything I put my mind to. For example, I took my first AP class last year. It was AP US History, and when I first walked in, everyone was shocked I was in there. They were asking, why are you in here? Why did you decide to do this? So many questions. And I personally don't even really know the answer. Maybe I just wanted to challenge myself. Maybe I thought it would be fun to try. Who knows? But some told me that I should just go back to gen ed. And from that moment on, I knew that I was going to put my head down and just finish it out and just get the best grade that I possibly could. And I did. At the very end, I ended up doing quite well, but that's not the point of this TED Talk. Okay. This TED Talk is about my journey with soccer, freshman year. Soccer and I are like grilled cheese and tomato soup. I've grown up watching the sport and playing it for almost as long. I always played recreational soccer because club soccer was a little expensive and there was no need to. I had a bunch of friends that I would always play with every season, and it was a great time. So I played with them for many years, and eventually I came into high school and figured I would try out for the soccer team. Except when I did, it was a huge wake-up call to me. All the kids were so much better, and I never realized until that moment how far I was behind. And I got cut the very first day, and a lot of my friends also got cut as well. And while they were all discouraged either by just quitting soccer in general or just not playing for the next season, the next year, I took it very personally. I wanted to show everyone and myself that I could do it, and I could put my head down and make the team the following year. So from that moment on, I vowed to practice any chance I got, and I would be so good the next year that people wouldn't even recognize myself. So I would just sit in my room and do drills again and again. And as much as I'd like to credit myself for doing this all on my own, I did have help. That help was in the form of my dad. He would drive me to the fields every single day, passing me the ball, just being there for me, setting up cones, taking things down, making new things, buying me new things. Anything he did, anything you think he could do, he did. Just, you name it, he did it. He did everything for me. But not only him, I also had a really good coach that I will forever be grateful for. He pushed me to my limits and always believed in me, even when I didn't really believe in myself sometimes. And with my own drive to get better and the support from the people around me, I ended up making the team sophomore year. And I was actually one of the only kids to make the team without ever playing club soccer, which I quite prided myself on at the time. And I will just never forget that feeling of seeing my name on the list. I was just so happy and so overflowed with joy. I didn't know what to do. I thought I'd made it. I felt like a kid on Christmas, and it was nice to finally see all the results of my hard work. Waking up early in the morning before school to go to practice, staying in my room doing keep-ups for hours on end, just doing anything I could to get better. But once I started playing for the team, I realized it might not be as good as I thought it was. It was much more biased than I thought, and some of the kids there I didn't particularly like. It was disappointing to figure out how much it turned out just not to be as great as it was, considering all the hard work I had put in. However, I never regretted putting in all that work. I'd learned very valuable lessons, 2 important lessons actually. One is that I proved to myself that I can do anything I put my mind to, and the other is that the grass is not always greener on the other side. Despite all of this, I've never regretted putting in all that hard work. I got to meet so many new friends, and the amount of growth I had as a person is indescribable. So I encourage all of you watching to just do what I did. If you have a passion for something that you want to work towards, just do it. Start right now. What's really stopping you? The things you might learn or do along the way could be more valuable than the destination itself. So if you have a dream, don't let it stay that way. Dreams will be dreams unless you choose to take action.